Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bianca and today I am 382 days sober. If you are new here, I am a recovering alcoholic and have been trying to get sober for the last 6 years. And I started this channel just to share how awful the last 6 years have been. So enjoy. Last week, I started telling the story of when I was arrested the night before Mother's Day, which was the event that really sped up my journey to rock bottom. If you haven't seen it yet, I would highly suggest that you watch that video first. I will link it in the description. But before I start, please don't forget to give this video a like and please subscribe. Pretty please. I ended last week's video with me finding my car and then just crying my eyeballs out. So yeah, I guess we should just dive right back in. So, like I was saying, I find my car at the impound lot, and once I see it, I just drop to my knees and start bawling. I don't think I had ever cried like that before, and I still don't think to this day that I've ever cried like that again. Anyways, I'm crying so much because it's not just a flat tire. The whole passenger side of the car, where I thought the flat tire was, is crushed. The tire I thought was flat was completely turned all the way around, and it wasn't because of the steering wheel. It was literally like the metal and everything was just twisted all the way around. There was a hole in my windshield about the size of a golf ball, and then the entire windshield just kind of shattered out from there. It was an older car, so I wasn't crying because of the actual car. I mean, old or new, at the end of the day, it's still a car and those can get replaced. I was crying because the moment I saw my car in that condition, it hit me that this wasn't just a flat tire and this wasn't just a DWI. This was a serious car accident, and I literally had no idea that it happened. And it wasn't like a tiny smart car either. It was a Nissan Pathfinder, which is an SUV, and it had, I think it's called like a bull bar, but that's basically just a huge chunk of metal that kind of sits right in front of the grille. And I even used to take this car like off-roading in high school. So this thing that I always viewed as being indestructible is now right before me, completely destroyed. I came to this impound lot thinking that I was going to pay a fee, fix the flat tire, and drive home. And now I'm leaving this impound lot without a car and the knowledge that I should be dead. And it's just a miracle that I didn't injure or kill some innocent person. A lot of times in these accidents caused by an intoxicated driver, people tend to ask why the drunk person survives and the innocent sober person doesn't. I remember a whole decade before my accident happened that there was just this really, really tragic accident of a family being killed by a drunk driver. It was a family of 6 and only one survived. So, and the survivor was a young girl. So she lost her parents and all of her sisters. I was 13 when it happened, and I had that same reaction. Why did God take this whole family? Why couldn't God just take the drunk driver? I learned that it's pretty rare for the drunk driver to pass in these kind of accidents. Of course it happens, but it's less likely for them to be seriously injured or end in death, and that's because alcohol is a depressant and it just kind of slows everything down. So of course it really slows down your reaction time, and so you're not anticipating the accident that's about to happen. So the body of the drunk driver is just really loose and less likely to get seriously injured, whereas the sober, innocent people, because they're sober, they are aware of what's about to happen, and naturally when you're about to get in a car accident, you tend to like tense up, or you're trying to brace for the impact, and so yeah, you will like try to grab for things and to just like tense up and squeeze a lot of your muscles when you are preparing yourself. And that, well, first of all, the impact of like when you finally crash, it's going to be really hard on your body. But then there's also the impact of like your internal organs smacking like your rib cage or just like the inside of your body. And so there's also that that causes a lot of really dangerous and fatal injuries. So I found this article from a while ago. I think it's probably like 5 years old, but they posted it like right before Memorial Day weekend. And now that I'm posting this video right before Memorial Day weekend, I just kind of wanted to read how this article ended. I'll put the link in the description so you can read the whole article for yourself. But yeah, it says, as a final takeaway, besides the obvious pre-Memorial Day reminder that you should never ever drink and drive, consider that while some may call the intoxicated driver who survived an otherwise fatal collision unscathed lucky, he is anything but. Most patients who are involved in a motor vehicle accident where alcohol played a role are unaware of what they have done, says a Westchester Medical Center trauma nurse. They're usually unaware of where they are, what happened to them, what even brought them to the hospital. And many times they don't even remember the events leading up to the accident. These patients not only ruin their own lives, but their families, as well as every person and every person's family involved in that accident. The physical injuries may heal in a few weeks, but the mental effects of the accident will take years to overcome. I am so lucky that the only thing that I had to deal with was the trauma and mental effects of it. I was going to post a picture of my car because I did take pictures of what it looked like, but the pictures were on my old computer and it was gonna take me a while to find. And I also kind of just thought like, maybe it's best if I don't see those pictures. Besides, it's like pretty ingrained in here, so. And I'm posting this the Friday before Memorial Weekend, so I just wanted to keep this video short and to the point. I grew up in New Mexico, where drunk driving is a really big problem. I grew up seeing all the commercials saying don't drink and drive, and drove past all the billboards that said don't drink and drive, and saw all the ads on the sides of buses that said don't drink and drive. And I still ended up driving under the influence. There's still all the billboards here and all the commercials and now all the ads on social media, and unfortunately there are still going to be people that do drink and drive. So my little video probably won't do a whole lot, but maybe it will give someone a different perspective on how these things kind of happen. And so, like I said, have fun, but please be safe, and please don't drink and drive. Oh, if you live in New Mexico, I wore my vote necklace. It's so tiny though, you can't see it. Anyways, if you live in New Mexico, don't forget to vote on Tuesday, June 1st. That's only if you're watching this the weekend of Memorial Day 2021. If you happen to stumble across this video years from now and you just live in a completely different place, go vote in whatever election is currently happening in your time. Like I said, for the millionth time. Have fun, please be safe, and don't drink and drive. Okay, bye!